Hey you! What would you say if I told you I've got a list of essential tips and strategies that will help you do Walt Disney World better than anyone else? Well, guess what? It's real. And today I'm gonna help you be the best at doing Disney's Animal Kingdom. Today, let's talk about what we're not gonna do. Instead of what we're gonna do, we are not paying for Genie Plus, and we're not skipping the lines with any Lightning Lane reservations. We're also not paying for an individual Lightning Lane reservation for Flight of Passage. That's right, we are using our skill, our ingenuity, and our know-how to get through Disney's Animal Kingdom without paying an extra penny. I just heard someone say the most awesome thing. Another guest just said, whatever we got is good. So let's just focus on what we got. I'm assuming it has something to do with Genie Plus and Lightning Lane reservations, but in general, I love that sentiment for anything you do in Walt Disney World, because as we know, things are probably more likely to go wrong than they are to go right. Let's be real. And you gotta go with the flow. I can't sing right now, but it's a great sentiment. Look at Divine entertaining the rope drop guests on the right-hand path. We're starting the day on a great note. Rope dropping, and Divine is already here. And just like that, she's gone. Where did she go? It happens fast. She's literally one with nature. Our rope drop strategy this morning is to rope drop Navi River Journey. Now, the reason we're not going to the left-hand side, which would be closer to where we eventually want to end up, there's two paths at the front entrance of Animal Kingdom, one to the left, one to the right. I'm glad that we had to go to the right today because that's where Divine is appearing. But on the left-hand side, you have all the guests who are staying in Disney resorts who have early entry. So we're not actually allowed to use that path yet until after the park is open. So we are standing in a rope drop, big cluster. We're all gonna start moving together. My estimate is that approximately 80% of these people are going to go directly to Flight of Passage. And that is why I don't recommend you go to Flight of Passage as your rope drop strategy, because it doesn't matter how far up you are in that rope drop line, you've already got all of the resort guests who have early entry in line in front of you, and you are in for a wait no matter what. I'll check on the posted wait time when we get over to Navi River Journey to see how long it ends up being right off the bat, but we're not getting in that line. We're rope dropping Navi River Journey because lately we've consistently seen wait times for Navi River Journey match or exceed the time posted for Flight of Passage, but hardly anybody rope drops it. So we're not gonna wait in that long line later in the day, no. And we have another strategy for Flight of Passage, but right now rope drop is moving and we are getting in this big old stream of people. Now we will be able to test my guess pretty soon, because we'll be able to see how many people end up in line for Flight of Passage because of the fact that we're going to Pandora also. We're just not going to that ride. We're going to another very popular ride. And it's great to get it done first thing in the morning, and we'll see how long it actually takes. I don't know, would you say this is 80%? Check out who's headed over to Dinoland USA. I don't know, Asia, Kilimanjaro Safaris, Africa's that way. No, where are you going? Probably Expedition Everest, Dinosaur, I don't know. I do not know where they go. We are talking a lot about Flight of Passage, but not everybody can be accommodated by the ride vehicle. If your body is a shape and size that does not get accommodated by the sort of cycle style seating, come to Nomad Lounge, wait for your friends, your family, your travel party, and enjoy beverages, be they adult or non-spirited, and small bites, and sit out here on that beautiful deck and look out over the water, or sit inside and get that AC. Really interesting selection of both alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages. So there's even mocktails for me that are really fun. And then you can hang out and wait for them, and I guarantee you'll have had just as good a time as they did. To the right, flight of passage queue. You can see this cast member is waiting with an end of the line sign. We haven't quite reached that point yet, but that does appear to be where most people are going. However, it's not empty over here. So we're about to see what the posted wait time is for Navi River Journey. I'm checking the My Disney Experience app right now, see how long that posted wait time is now that the general public has been let in for flight of passage. Of course, I'm setting a timer too to see how long it really is. 25-minute standby posted. That's great for Navi River Journey. I bet it is a lot shorter than that. That's my guess. There is a concession cart in the middle of the outdoor portion of the queue, and the outdoor portion is really just about the entirety of the queue. But there's also a water refill station here if you brought your own water bottle, and at certain times you can purchase a beverage or a snack here, but that is not the experience we're having at Rope Drop. Just keep that in mind. But later in the day, you might be lucky if you want yourself a soda. You want to fill up your water bottle. Navi River Journey posted 25-minute wait time. The actual time we waited, 15 minutes. I think this is a great rope drop strategy. I would absolutely do this again, probably every time when I'm looking to accomplish everything without Genie Plus. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Pandora is spectacular and a great place to visit, even if you choose not to wait in line for either Navi River Journey or Flight of Passage. Incredible theming, Joe Rohde at his finest, perhaps. But then again, isn't all of Animal Kingdom Joe Rohde at his finest? And now I think we should get in line for Dinosaur and then start working our way around the park starting from that end. We're gonna leave Kilimanjaro Safaris till later in the afternoon because we will see the wait times drop then, and we don't want to spend a ton of time waiting in line for a ride that has really short wait times in the afternoon after people start park hopping out of Animal Kingdom. Duh. So that's the plan for now. Headed to Dinosaur. It was announced at Destination D23 this year that Dinoland USA was probably about to be extinct. Yes. Countdown to Extinction, which is a funny joke that some people will get because the original name of Dinosaur, the ride, was Countdown to Extinction. Get it? Anyway, so this is really something I'm having a hard time with because of the fact that I love the theming of Dinoland USA so much. Now, if you don't know the backstory and you don't understand the references necessarily, then it's probably pretty depressing looking because a lot of it's made out of literal trash. Yes, Dinoland USA is trash, but it is on purpose because it is celebrating roadside attractions that went along Route 66, which is a major part of Americana and the golden age of American car travel vacation culture, okay? When families would get in their big, cool cars and go on Route 66, which connected St. Louis all the way to California, and people would build roadside attractions like Dino-Rama. All right, we're arriving at the ride. Lucky for us, the posted wait time for Dinosaur is still 5 minutes. I will set that timer, and we'll see how long it really takes. Okay, did you see what I did there? I walked slowly to the other side of the room once we entered the pre-show, and I stood by the exit doors because I know that's where we will exit to. Those are the doors that will open and let you through to this part of the queue, and today there was no one there. This is a walk-on, essentially. We did have to stop and watch the pre-show, but I would still count this to be a walk-on. To check out the post-show, I guess you would call it. There is this great security cam footage of Dr. Grant Seeker running through the halls. You see Felicia Rashad running through the halls, and the star of the Disney animated film Dinosaur, who we've brought back with us from the Cretaceous period. This is the Dino Institute gift shop where you can find all of the dinosaur themed, and it's not like the ride dinosaur theme, it's literally just like cool stuff themed to a dino, to dinos from everywhere, of all kinds, including this hat that I keep threatening to purchase for Quincy, and this might be the year for her Christmas present. Let's see how much it is. It's $36.95. She is worth that to me, but then when you look at it in comparison to this dinosaur backpack, which is $34.99, and you're kind of like, I don't know, is it worth the joke for a hat that she'll probably wear twice, both times on camera, or is this a way better thing because she'll actually maybe carry it and use it? I don't know. Or maybe I should go back to the drawing board. Anyway, Dino Institute gift shop is the place to be for dinosaur lovers. That's a lot in the morning, okay? It is it's a volatile ride system. It's the same ride system as the Indiana Jones ride in Disneyland. So that one, if you've been out there and haven't been here yet, you know it really thrashes you around. There is something about this one, and it might just be the theming and the fact that a lot of it happens in the dark that makes it feel more violent. Triceratops Spin is a Dumbo style ride. It's a Dumbo style ride, but with dinosaurs instead of elephants, and it's really, really super fun. So the posted wait on this was 5 minutes. We've waited about 3, and we are here at our ride vehicle number 3. Realized something. It's the ultimate theming to make this land extinct because it's true to what happened to the actual dinosaurs. When art imitates life, am I right? I just checked the My Disney Experience app, and Expedition Everest is still down. Cali River Rapids is running and has a posted wait time of 5 minutes, so that's definitely where we will head next. I just want you to know why I'm not in a huge hurry and why I want to show you Chester and Hester's, which I think is my favorite store in Disney World. I know what you're saying. It looks old and like, you know, dirty and has old stuff. And that's why I love it, because it is truly a representation of roadside attractions across America on Route 66 that were the type of attractions that inspired, honestly, Disneyland. This was, you know, vacationing before we had places like Disneyland and Disney World. Walking by Expedition Everest on our way over to Cali River Rapids, but as we can see, no ride. Okay, an awesome cast member just told me that they did open this morning for early entry for resort guests, and it ran for about 10 minutes before it went back down. So it hasn't been open since, and she said they don't have an idea of when it might reopen. There's no estimate, but the people are in there right now working hard to get it reopened. So that's great. We have Kali River Rapids to ride, and we have a very interesting place in Asia to eat. Yes, that's right. Okay, posted standby wait of 5 minutes. Hello, good morning. Oh, I won't do that. Have a great day. I almost removed my rib with the thing that measures height. Posted wait time of 5 minutes. I'm gonna set the timer right now and see how long it actually takes us. But here we are on the way. There's like a mist, a fog in the air. I can tell that it's not just natural, even though it is a misty day, because it smells like a haunted house in the best possible way. It actually has more of that kind of almost maple syrupy smell that you get in Dinosaur. So I think it's that kind of, maybe a similar fog. Michael Jackson, we were on in 4 minutes. Oh no! Good thing I put on the poncho. I knew this time for some reason it was like today's the day to put on the poncho. Kali River Rapids. It was a wet one for me. Somehow I had the wherewithal to put on my poncho ahead of time. I rode it recently when Sage trapped me in Animal Kingdom. He got a punishment that told him to get wet. And so we rode Kali River Rapids together because that's a punishment that I wanted to be a part of. But today, and we didn't even get that wet that day. Today, I got much more wet. I'm wearing Crocs. They're kind of a humiliating shoe, to be honest, for me, especially because a cast member told me to wear them with socks, and I do. I wear them with Mickey socks. They're kind of ankle socks, but I can't get over feeling silly, but you know, they're super comfortable and they dry really fast. So my question is gonna be, the thing that I'm gonna look out for now, do I take my socks off at some point? That might be the move. But right now, my feet don't feel all that wet, which is sometimes the problem with going on that ride, is that your shoes will get soaked and then your socks and everything's squishy and disgusting feeling. But I don't feel that way now, so that's nice. I'm gonna check the My Disney Experience app. Enough footage of my feet walking in my Crocs with my weird socks. I'm gonna check the My Disney Experience app now and see if Expedition Everest is back open. I'll start walking over in that direction, but I have a plan B if it's not. An idea for us, a plan B idea. The bad news is Expedition Everest is still closed temporarily. The good news is there is a place I had planned for us to eat that is close by that has a really cool tip involved. What would you say if I told you we are about to eat at a very popular table service restaurant that does require reservations, but we're gonna walk up and eat there without a reservation because we are special, but special in a way that you very easily can be as well. This is Yak and Yeti. It is popular, it's delicious, and it is a great place if you are looking for a table service restaurant in Animal Kingdom. It's run by an outside restaurant company called Landry's, They also own and operate Rainforest Cafe and T-Rex at Disney Springs. They have a ton of restaurant concepts, but they have something really cool called the Landry's Select Card. And this is something you pay one time for. It is a one-time charge fee of $25. There is no annual fee. Once you've paid the $25, you have it for as long as the company's open, I guess, or as long as they have this program. And they issue you a card which allows you to eat at any of their restaurants, walk up without making a reservation. You just walk in and say, hi, I'm a Landry's Select Club member. And they can take your phone number. I have the app, so I'll show the card on my phone. And then they tell you, okay, it'll be usually about 15 minutes. And then you get to walk in and eat here or any of the Landry's restaurants without a reservation. Isn't that cool? And then on your birthday month, the first of your birthday month, they issue you a $25 credit to use until the 15th of the following month. So that's a month and a half that you have to use your $25 credit each year. And I still manage to miss it sometimes. But anyway, that is what we're gonna do today. We're gonna walk in here right now, 8 minutes, and we've been called in by text to get to our table. This looks great. There definitely are plant-based options on this menu. None of these are those. But I asked if they describe the menu as Pan-Asian, and they said Pan-Asian or Asian fusion. And I said, is Pan-Asian kind of an obsolete term? And she said, it's an older term to describe the cuisine, that fusion is a little more contemporary. So Asian fusion it is, but basically she was saying that it goes all over Asia, this menu, and it pulls kind of the best from everywhere and either blends them together or presents them in a way that's a little bit newer and more fresh. But it is definitely a celebration of all that Asia has to offer in terms of food. Okay, amazing. I have assembled one of these lettuce wraps, and let's give it a try. This is so good. To be able to have that fresh, crisp lettuce, those bean sprouts and the carrots, so crispy and just fresh. I mean, they're fresh vegetables, and you've got the cubes of tofu that are really deliciously seasoned. You've got that soy sauce that we drizzled on top that really salts it just right. You want some salt because most of these veggies are appearing to be raw. And then, of course, you have the cilantro, which gives that little crisp, bright, green flavor every time I bite in and get a little piece of it. The vegetable lo mein has arrived, and it looks and smells beautiful. I love that cilantro is sort of a common thread throughout my meal in particular, and I love that fresh veggies. I can tell already this cabbage still has its crunch. Stop the presses. Whoa, this is unbelievable. Unbelievable. We get a plant-based option that tastes as good in Animal Kingdom. Oh my gosh. I'm almost unable to convey to you how good this is. I'm like disappearing into the flavor. It has that really rich, savory, Asian, kind of soy sauce. What do you call this? It's not edamame. Amame? Is that that's the flavor category that this fits into? Rich, savory, salty, delicious sauce on these noodles. The noodles themselves are so good. I love these noodles. I liked the lettuce cups. I love this lo mein. And you can see that Yak and Yeti does get busy. So having the Landry Select Club card ready, and when you come, it just means that you have that extra insurance that, if you're in Animal Kingdom and something goes wrong, with the plans that you've already made, or you forgot to make plans, or you suddenly want to have a table service meal while you're here, you know that you can walk in with your card and have that great table service meal at Yak and Yeti without a reservation. And that is awesome, and it was awesome. Great news! According to the My Disney Experience app, Expedition Everest is back up and operating and has a posted wait time of 35 minutes, which is acceptable. I am going to go ahead and get in that line, and I'm going to set the timer for us so we can see how long it really takes. I have a feeling it will be shorter. Posted standby wait is still 35 minutes. We are technically in the queue now. So let's get this timer started. It's been 28 minutes. This is where we are. There's literally water dripping. It's very authentic in here. If we get stuck in this line more than an hour, I believe we get to open this and break open some of these cans of fruit cocktail. I believe that's what Joe Rohde said, but I'll have to get confirmation. Don't take my word for it, please. Something to keep in mind, there is a single rider line here on Expedition Everest. So if you are alone, or if you're in a travel party that doesn't mind breaking up and riding single rider, then it is usually a lot faster to do single rider on Everest than it is to ride standby. However, because this is a day full of tips and strategies for you and your travel party, or you and your family, not just an individual person like me, because chances are you're traveling with people, we are doing it the long way. 44 minutes, we are being sorted. And it looks like we'll be boarding at 45 minutes. That's 10 minutes longer than the posted wait of 35. That's okay, but I was definitely wrong. It wasn't less. It was more. Just look at the joy on my face in that ride photo. That was something shifted in my soul on that ride today on Expedition Everest. I've been riding it for a long time, and I've ridden it many times, so I know what to expect, but something about it today was very physically thrilling, and not in a bad way. It didn't hurt me. It was just kind of almost like all the blood was rushing out of my head. It could have been my position in the train. I don't know. Car number 13. Maybe there's something about it. Centrifugal force. Maybe it's more intense there. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. All I know is what I felt, and that was great. I felt thrilled and excited, and like I was having a lot of fun. Speaking of having a huge table service lunch and then getting on Expedition Everest, I think it's time for me to use the restroom. And this is a tip that I want to bring back from a video series we did called I Go to Disney World Every Day, and this is the only way I will do X Park. This one was obviously Animal Kingdom, and we talked about the bathrooms and the best bathrooms to go to, the hidden bathrooms, the new bathrooms, the clean bathrooms, hopefully all of those all together sometimes. And this one really checks a lot of the boxes. So next to Finding Nemo, Big Blue and Beyond, just over here facing it to the right is a restroom that is pretty hidden. I mean, there are signs directing you towards it, and you definitely see them when you're exiting the show. But if you're just strolling past, it would be very easy to miss. And I think a lot of people do miss them. And I'm trying to make you not miss them by pointing them out and tell you these are great bathrooms. I'm obviously not bringing you inside with me, but I am going to tell you these are great bathrooms to go to. And I will review them again on my way out, but here we are. I was alone in there. There was no one else in the restroom. So is it still the most private, secret, clean restroom? I wouldn't call it the newest, but it is all those other things in Animal Kingdom right here next to the theater in the wild. I definitely recommend, if you find yourself needing to use the restroom and you're in this area or close by, even go out of your way a little bit to use these. Let's go see It's Tough to Be a Bug, shall we? It's Tough to Be a Bug is located inside the Tree of Life. There is a posted wait time right now of 10 minutes, and that generally means that we are just waiting for the show ahead of ours to finish and for us to load into the theater and get to watch our own. It is a 4D experience. There's definitely stuff that moves. There are smells, there are lighting effects, there are special effects, and it is in 3D. There are also some really cool animatronics, and this attraction is now on the endangered species list here in Animal Kingdom. It is one of the things that was announced at Destination D23 as up for reimagining, complete overhaul. Something else is coming in there. They said Zootopia, and you definitely want to come and check this attraction out because the queue is the only way, walking through the queue is the only way you can see some of the many animal carvings that are in the roots of the Tree of Life. I'm gonna be real with you, and this is serious. This attraction is too intense for a lot of people. It is very claustrophobia inducing. It is very intense for anyone who doesn't like to be touched, which is probably most people. It's in the dark, so if you have a fear of the dark, there are periods of complete darkness, which might be too intense for you. And it also, I don't know, there's a lot of stuff. Are you scared of spiders? Hi, thank you. Because if you're scared of spiders, there are spiders. It's a show about bugs interacting with you. And it scares me. It freaks me out, and but you know what's fun is that I'm standing next to a big ball of poop. Its most memorable role, the dung and I, this dung ball bounced off the stage and nearly brought down the house. So there's a big ball of poop you can visit and take a picture in front of. Maybe I'll do that now. So that was definitely intense, and it is up to you to decide whether it is an appropriate ride for you and your travel party or family, or if it's something that you want to prioritize and spend time on when you're in Disney's Animal Kingdom. I just looked at the My Disney Experience app and saw that there is a Feathered Friends in Flight performance starting in less than 20 minutes, 19 minutes, right in front of us. We're just right here at Discovery Island, and we are crossing back into Asia. We're gonna see that. And then we're gonna go to the 3:30 Finding Nemo, Big Blue and Beyond, and see Lindsay Northern Bradshaw, who is my friend from New York, perform in that show. So I can't wait. We have two amazing shows back to back that we get to catch. And we have a friend in one of them. How cool is that? By the way, this is Drinkwalla, which is a cool little refreshment outpost thing. I mean, there is a place called the Refreshment Outpost in Epcot, but this is kind of that vibe. It's sponsored by Coke. And they had, for the 50th anniversary, this hand-dipped premium Mickey bar, Mickey's Premium Bar. And it's like the regular Mickey Premium Bar, but it is dipped with this blue raspberry kind of flavored coating, it's called, and dusted with sprinkles, which are the 50th anniversary sprinkles. So if you want to keep the dream alive of the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World, then you can do it here at Drinkwalla with this treat. It's exactly the same. But we don't have time for treats because we've got to get ourselves a spot for Feathered Friends in Flight, a really cool bird show. This theater has housed, I think, 2 bird shows before this one, all kind of similar, but this one is the latest and the greatest. It's called Feathered Friends in Flight. Now it's time to go back to Dino Land, to the theater in the wild, where we are going to experience the 3:30 performance of Finding Nemo, Big Blue and Beyond. And I have gotten confirmation Lindsay Bradshaw is in it, and I cannot wait. It's 3:10. We've got 20 minutes before the show starts. Here is the standby entrance, and they are directing us to the left to queue up. Finding Nemo, the Big Blue and Beyond is an original musical that was written just for this theater in this park, Theater in the Wild in Disney's Animal Kingdom, by the writing team who wrote Frozen. And one of the members wrote Avenue Q. I mean, it's these are big names in musical theater writing. It's a great show. It used to be that you could only see it here, but now it's been licensed as a junior version. It's a show that basically schools can do, children's theaters can do it. So that's really cool. You might see it advertised near you as a children's production, but how incredible to see a Broadway style, a Broadway caliber show like this in a theme park. To say hello to our friend Lindsay, who is just incredible in the show today as Peach.
Thanks so much.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Come see Finding Nemo, the Big Blue and Beyond.
Yeah. Thank you so much for saying hello to me after this show. It's an honor to see you because I literally said we worked on Wicked together for probably 15 years. I just want to say that I love you, and it's such an honor to come and see you with this show.
Oh,
I hope that everybody just comes and sees this wonderful show here.
We make people cry here.
Yeah,
and we like it.
And thank you.
We really do.
And I always come down to the front because
we love it when people sit in the front, and I think people don't know they can go down there.
And or they're intimidated.
Scoot on down because we live for it. We love it when people are down there.
I love that. And you just saw the footage from the front row. That's what the show looks like. It's dynamic, exciting, it's in your face, and the sound is awesome, and it's just a great way to experience it, and any way you experience it. It's a magical show, and I love you.
I love you too.
It's so good to see you finally
good to
after
see
so many months.
I know, it's been too long.
It's been too long. Oh, I got very emotional seeing Lindsay Northern because the show's incredible, and I'm so proud of her, and I also miss her. The Bradshaws moved down here 2 weeks before me, and they sent me pictures of different apartment buildings to encourage me to move as well. They literally are why I moved here. Now what I think we should do is go to Rafiki's Planet Watch. I think we should take the train to Conservation Station and experience the magic of the petting zoo and hopefully do a little animation. That would be really fun. What do you say? Shall we? Okay, so the wait time has dropped to 15 minutes. It would have been a good idea maybe to wait and see if that wait time would drop. 35 is pretty darn good for Expedition Everest, but now it is after 2 p.m. when park hopping occurs. And in general, we see more people hopping out of Disney's Animal Kingdom than we see hopping in. So a cool tip is definitely to think about checking the wait times after 2 p.m. and seeing if they drop. We're still not going to ride Flight of Passage right now because our tip for that involves riding it at the very end of the day, and I'll explain the science to you about that later. But now, Rafiki's Planet Watch. I'm gonna show you my favorite shortcut. It's just after Mr. Kamal's and just after Caravan Road. Mr. Kamal's is where you get those awesome seasoned fries. Caravan Road is where you get your shaved ice. And to the left is this path that definitely saves time if the main road is very congested with people, but it also serves as sort of an oasis. No one is here now utilizing these tables to eat. It is covered, which is great because I just heard an announcement over at Triceratops Spin that inclement weather may cause the ride to close soon. So it might pour, and if you are in this area in between Asia and Africa and you're looking for a covered place to sit and enjoy a refreshment, there is absolutely no better place than this right here. And even if you don't stop, it's a great place to cut through and have a moment of peace and quiet. The standby for Kilimanjaro Safaris right now is posted at 10 minutes. We are going to come back and do that right after we go to Rafiki's Planet Watch, but they close early, Rafiki's. So I want to make sure that we get out there and have some cool experiences before they close at 6:15. Oh wait, no, that's Gorilla Falls. Before they close at question mark o'clock. Oh, he's got a string. Am I gonna make it? Let's see, we'll see. 4:30 is the last train. Oh my gosh, we must walk briskly, but not run right now to take this last train of the day, 4:30. 4:30. Here's a tip. Get to Rafiki's Planet Watch before 4:30 or make it by 4:30. I'm putting my phone down so I can just board the train. We made it. Cast members were literally welcoming us on to the train because we are the last people to get on. So please, if you want to make it out to Rafiki's Planet Watch, get here before 4:30. Here we are at Rafiki's Planet Watch. There's a few things you can do here that are really, really cool. An animation experience where you get to draw a Disney character while you're guided by an artist who is amazing and teaches you incredible things. And 4:45 is the next time, and we are gonna walk right in and do that right now because it's almost that time. Are you kidding me? We get to draw Piglet. How fun. probably the highest concentration of hidden Mickeys anywhere in Walt Disney World. I don't know if that's still the case, but there are many, and they are they're wild. And we should come and do that sometime. We don't have time to do that now because our amazing artist who was guiding us told us that the very last train of the day is waiting for us at the station. And it reminded me of a song. Take the last train to Clarksville and I'll meet you at the station. I'll be there by 4:30 because I got my reservation. That's the Monkees, which is appropriate for Animal Kingdom. Anyway, the train is waiting and we're getting on that train. If you want to spend more time exploring Conservation Station and Rafiki's Planet Watch and the affection section, which is the really cool petting zoo they have here, you're definitely going to want to be here before the 4:30 train, the last train of the day that we just took, because you're gonna have to choose then between the animation experience and the affection section and all of those cool exhibits. But if you just want to come for the animation experience, getting the 4:30 bus was awesome. There weren't many people on it, and the class wasn't that crowded. We had pretty much the whole back row on the right side to ourselves. Actually, we had the whole back row to ourselves on the right. And so I could really spread out and, you know, move my arm wildly to really get all the shapes and all the nuance of Piglet. That's my tip. Come earlier, or if you just want to do the animation experience, taking the 4:30 bus to the 4:45 animation experience was awesome. And we're gonna go right to our right here. Goodbye, Rafiki's Planet Watch and Conservation Station. We are headed on a safari, the Kilimanjaro safaris to be exact. And when we walked by earlier, it was a 10-minute posted wait, which is about what you can expect with Kilimanjaro safaris at this time of day. That's why I love coming at this time, because it's usually pretty much a walk-on. Let's see what it's posted at now. Yep, 5 minutes. We're walking on, friends. And you gotta love that. So here's the deal. Generally, you see more animals in the morning, but also in the morning is when the much longer wait times will be posted for this ride. So I know what you're thinking. Well, Breedlove, then why go in the evening? And my answer is you still see animals. That was just the 4 minutes it took us to get through the queue, and now we're boarding now. We're boarding. Amazing. We saw 22 or 23, maybe 21, I don't know. You know me and counting, but our editor will be sure to correct me, and we will know for certain. So next time, I'll try coming in the morning for a video, and then we can really see how many animals you see in the morning versus the afternoon, because I love this time around 5:30. As you could see, it was really pretty much a walk-on, and we saw so many animals. It was great. Loved it. Now, I think we should go right into the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail. Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail is sort of an extension, in my mind, of the Kilimanjaro safaris, in that you get to experience animals, even in some cases, more up close and personal. Up close and in person. You get to see it. They're a little bit closer, all right? And that's really fun. And that's not where we are. I actually just exited. Oh, there's... Gorilla Falls is closed because of lightning in the area. So that happens. Good to know. You know what else we just discovered closes due to lightning? Moana Journey of Water. The new walkthrough experience interactive water fountain in Epcot. I liked it. I loved it. I kind of cried about it. I talked to AJ from Disney Food Blog after I went, and I said the feeling of togetherness that I experienced waving my arms in the air with complete strangers and making a giant wave come over a rock was like really this beautiful experience that made me feel amazing. But if there's lightning, usually it's a 15-mile radius that they go by, then guess what? You're not going on any journey of water. I wanted to bring you into Zuri's sweet shop and show you the bakery case, because this is going to be your classic Disney Parks bakery case here in Animal Kingdom. This is where you're gonna find your caramel apples and your cool cupcakes and cookies, and even some unique treats to this location, like the peanut butter haystack, which sounds amazing. Oh, the s'mores cereal treat, wow. None of it is plant-based. I can't eat any of this, but it looks great, and you should come eat everything. It's fixing to pour, and all of the activities that we have left besides Flight of Passage are outdoor trails and experiences. So I'm thinking we should make our way over to Pandora, since that is ultimately where we are going to end up, and maybe hunker down if we get there before the downpour. And if we don't get there before, then we'll put on our poncho and walk, and it won't be a big deal. Festival of the Lion King is a show that you and your family or travel party should absolutely prioritize when you come to Disney World. Why didn't we prioritize it today? Because we had a really long, leisurely table service lunch, okay? That's what we prioritized. I wanted to show you the Landry's Select Club experience, and I'm glad we did that today. I thought it was really fun. But our recommendation would be to come at the 5 p.m., the last show. Whatever time the last show of the day is, tends to be more lightly attended, and I have definitely consistently walked in at the very last minute right before the show starts and been able to find a seat. So that's our tip for that. You should see it, but it's all about what's important to you. If you want a table service meal too, you're gonna maybe miss out on one of the shows, and that's okay, because you're doing Disney World the way you want to do it. I don't even have a recommendation of what's better, to do quick service and see all the shows, or hang out and table service and miss a show. I think both of those itineraries sound great, and I've had an amazing time doing both. So it's completely up to you and what you feel in your heart you want to do. If my mom was here, this would be a devastating choice for her because she's all table service. She wants to sit down and have a dinner, and she wants to see all the shows. And what we would do in that case is skip some of the rides, and that's great too. So I can offer you tips, I can offer you strategy, I can offer you suggestions of how to do Walt Disney World, but at the end of the day, only you know what is right for you and your family or your travel party. So sit down and have a meeting with everybody and get everybody's priorities down on paper or the Notes app on your phone, or, you know, if you want to do a Word document, something like that, a spreadsheet. I know some of you out there are spreadsheet people, and I salute you, because I don't know how to do those. So it'll be interesting to see in this situation what the posted wait time is. I may end up getting us on Flight of Passage now, because I think that people are leaving like in droves. Oh, and the rain has started, and we are here just in the nick of time. Oh, it's a miracle. I'm gonna stop and get my poncho on and figure out our plan. I'm all about putting on my poncho and getting out there, but when you're in a situation where you're waiting for a time that you would like to ride something or see a show or waiting for anything and it rains, definitely get yourself under some kind of covering. And if you're hungry or need any kind of refreshment, go ahead and get one. And I just got the notification that our mobile order is ready. So let's head inside. We actually ordered off of the kids menu. I got a mini version of the tofu bowl that I'm obsessed with. But because it's a kids menu offering, it comes with a beverage. So this is the chili spiced, crispy fried tofu kids meal. All right. This is kind of revolutionary. No, it's not. Disney Food Blog recommends ordering things off the kids meal in a lot of situations. This is the first time I'm trying my beloved chili spiced crispy fried tofu in the children's version, which is smaller, kind of. It almost seems like it has the same amount of tofu on it, which is very generous. I had a choice between rice and beans and a romaine and kale salad. Guess which one I went for? You know, we had that huge meal today at Yak and Yeti. I just needed a snack, and having some greens like this is just what the doctor ordered. Now, this does not come dressed the same way that it does in the adult meal version. So this is the green onion vinaigrette that is one of the options to come with the large size, the adult size, the full-sized bowl. It's not offered as an option for this, but you can request it. And I really asked the cast member, I said, are you sure this is not annoying or, you know, kind of breaking the rules a little bit? And she said, no, it's totally fine if people request a side of dressing. It is not a big deal. So that's where we are now. I have the dressing on the side. I am about to dress this and give it a try. This is just what the doctor ordered right now. I'm getting some fun with the fried tofu. It's crispy fried. I mean, I'm gonna say the word decadent, which kind of bothers me when other people say it, but that's the best word to describe it. And so having it with a base of healthy greens feels really kind of refreshing, and like maybe I'm not being too naughty. I hate when people say naughty too. What am I doing? I'm just gonna eat and be quiet. I have put on my poncho and we are headed to Flight of Passage, and it's even better than I ever could have imagined. Truly, everyone left in this rain, and the posted wait time with 10 minutes till closing right now is 10 minutes. It's a posted wait of 10 minutes. We're gonna head out there in this torrential downpour. We don't have far to go, and I'm gonna test what happens when you wear socks in Crocs in a rainstorm. Okay, and here we go. Go, 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 go. Go, little Crocs. They're full of water. That's what happens. Okay, we learned. That was probably the obvious answer, but I needed to know for sure. Flight of Passage, this is the regular spiel. I talked about it earlier. This is the ride vehicle. Does not accommodate all body shapes and sizes. You can use this test vehicle to find out if you are able to ride. Yay, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. But we are headed into the queue, and it goes outside for quite some time. But it's okay because it's fun to be in the rock, to be in the rain, wearing socks and Crocs. Oh boy. Well, we're at the indoor part now. And I'll tell you what, the air conditioning is running full blast. It's chilly in here now that I have very wet feet. But nobody's in here. So, walk on? What do you think? I wish this needs to be interactive. I need like a thing that you press a button and go, yes, it's a walk on, or no, you'll wait 10 minutes like it says. So the normal version of this tip is wait till the very end of the day to get in line for flight of passage. Oh my gosh, there's nobody here. Because towards the end of the day, they start inflating the wait time to discourage people from getting in line because they want, I thought I saw something move on the floor. Am I going crazy? It's scary in here, I'm alone. Oh my gosh. It seems like things are touching me. Oh. There was just another guess. Oh no. Wait. I have a new vote for the scariest queue in Walt Disney World. It's Flight of Passage when nobody's in the line. When you're here alone, it is terrifying. Oh, it's terrifying. But what I was saying is they want everybody to go home at the end of the night because once you get in line, they let everybody ride. They don't want everybody in the park thinking, oh, this is a great time to ride. So they inflate the wait time. So you look at it and go, I'm tired. I want to go back to the hotel. But in reality, it's usually a lot shorter than they say. And it's usually the shortest time of day besides rope dropping as a resort guest and being one of the first people in line. And today, add torrential downpour to the equation, and we've got the place to ourselves. This is so crazy. Well, this is my tip. First of all, wait till the very end of the day to ride Flight of Passage. That's the first part of the tip. The second part, if it starts pouring rain, don't leave. Go hang out at Satuli Canteen. Order something off the kids menu if you want a little snack. They do the cheeseburger pods that way too. Or go shopping in Wind Traders, the magical store, but don't leave because look, it's definitely a walk-on. Oh my gosh, this is bonkers. Bonkers a million. And it has not stopped. But you know what? I'm gonna put on my poncho. I'm gonna take off my socks. And we're gonna go for it. There we go. Finally got the memo on how to wear Crocs in the rain. I'll never do that again. Oh, wow. Flight of Passage. An unbelievable experience every time, but there's something about taking shelter in there in a rainstorm that makes it hit differently. I just felt overwhelmed with emotion, and there were people in my seating group who had teared up, and they were wiping away tears as they exited. So here's a tip about Crocs. When you do take your shoes off, when you do take your socks off, they become very slippery inside, and now I'm slipping around and they almost feel dangerous. I've reached the point in the night where I feel about things that maybe don't need to be in a video. And that's okay because we don't record on film. We literally have to be guided out by a special light. If you liked this video, please go ahead and like and subscribe. And now go watch me teach you how to be the best at doing Epcot. See you next time. I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. Ooh, I don't want to, careful kicking up your heels too much. Slippery. What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again.